Hello, welcome to this one. What is my name? I'm your friend. This is the new school. So I'm going to be talking about business intelligence today. Business intelligence. The level of intelligence you need to put into business. You don't just go into business because you have a passion to sell something. You have to go into business when you already have buyers and subscribers. So business intelligence basically is the level of research that you put into a business venture before you start the business. For example, a lot of us, especially in this part of the world, want to go into business and we have a passion. We have already made up our mind. I want to start selling plain t-shirts, or I want to start selling face caps. No, that is not how business is done. Business is you first go and do a research. What do people need? What do people want to buy? That is entrepreneurship. What do people need? What do they want to buy? What are they ready to exchange their money for? If you have this at the back of your mind, most times you're not going to go into business to fail. So this is where business intelligence comes in. How do you know what people are ready to pay for? How do you know what you should channel your energy into? What kind of business are you supposed to invest your money in? Business intelligence is a very important aspect of our business where entrepreneurs need to concentrate more into, invest money into, and spend money in. As a small entrepreneur, a small business person, or just a startup, I will not advise you to go and hire a professional business intelligence analyst and the rest of them. No, but you on your own need to take time out. Oh, I have 100 grand and I want to start a business. What kind of business can I do? Now you go and look for what people want to spend their money on. Just like in the desert, if you're in the desert and you don't have water, anybody that brings water becomes your savior, because you're going to be dry and thirsty, and when somebody brings water to you in the desert, the person has saved your life. That is the idea you should put into business. Everybody is dying of thirst in one aspect of life. You just need to calm down and look for the water that you're going to give them. Right now, I'm going to just give you a little tip about business intelligence. Then I'm going to allow you to deal with the rest on your own. This might be the only video on business intelligence that I might do, but as things begin to evolve and technology begins to grow, I might do another video later on about something closely related to this. Why do we need business intelligence, you might ask? You need business intelligence to understand the business environment that you're already in or you want to adventure into. If you go into a university environment, the first thing that students will want to buy in the university environment is food. So once you sell food in this university environment, in tertiary institution environment, people are already on ground who want to buy. It is not every food that you go and sell on campus. You're going to now have to sell food that students will want to buy. So when you go there and now start selling dessert and 5-course meals, students don't have the time to sit down to eat 5-course meals every day. They might only do that at the beginning of the semester and maybe at the end of the semester. Apart from that, students will want to eat things that as they are eating, they can be on the move, on the go. So you need to channel your energy to either the lunch or food that they can eat on the move. So that's business intelligence for you. Say, oh, because students are going to be plenty on campus, you want to open a big boutique. How many students actually come to school to buy clothes? Most students come to school with their clothes already. I'm not saying you will not sell, but you will not sell as much as someone who is doing food, because students don't come to school with all the food they are going to eat for the academic year. So you have to look at the environment where you're going to do your business before you start a business. So you don't just start a business because you have a passion for white shirts. Then now go to a children playing ground and start selling white shirts. You need to sell something that resonates around the environment you find yourself. Yeah, people make a joke on Lagos traffic. You can buy everything you want in Lagos traffic. Yes, you can buy a lot of things in the Lagos traffic, but you cannot buy a cooking gas in the Lagos traffic, because nobody is trapped in the traffic and wants to start cooking soup in the traffic. You just want to get out of the traffic. So something that will sustain you till you leave the traffic. So if you're hungry, you pick a snack and you eat. You take a drink if you're thirsty and you drink. That is what sells in the traffic jam. Then those that sell plantain and the rest of them, they know, yes, the plantain is big and it's attractive. So people on their way home just, oh, let me buy some, because plantain is perishable and cannot keep it long in the house. So no matter how many you buy at a time, there's always room for it at home, because it's perishable and you consume and you don't stock a lot. So that's why I see a lot of people selling plantains in traffic. But you don't see somebody selling rice, or raw beans in the traffic and say, as traffic day, I go measure 4 cup, put for nylon. No. People won't buy, because most people in the traffic already have rice stored in the house. So there's a level of intelligence that have gone into the kind of things you will sell in the Lagos traffic. There's that type of thing you will sell in the university environment. So I'm just using these two extremes as examples. So before you go out and say you want to invest that your 200k or your 100k into business, don't just say because your dad sold wristwatches, you must sell wristwatches. Or because you know one of your friends who sold wristwatches and is making it, you too want to go into wristwatch selling business. You might not have the same network that your friend has. Your store might not be located in the same place where your friend's store is located. Where your store is located, maybe what will go well there is mobile phones. You now start forcing wristwatches to be selling where mobile phones would have moved. The level of intelligence you need to put into the business is what I'm trying to lay emphasis on. You have to do market research, look for what people are ready to pay for, and you now start giving it to them, and they will happily exchange your goods or service for their money. Another way to gather reasonable business intelligence is to look at the return of investment. How much am I going to invest in this business? How much is going to come back? Nobody goes into the business to lose. No matter how generous a fellow is, nobody goes into business to lose. Even non-profit organizations don't go there to throw money away. They have to make enough money to keep the organization going, either by donations or by sales or something. So every person considers the return on investment before they invest the money. So how much is your 100k going to give you? Not by head calculation, but actual market research. That is where you need a marketing consultant who will help you to strategically analyze how much you can make doing a certain business at a certain location for a certain group of people. It looks as if I'm speaking too much grammar, but I know that those who need this are understanding what I'm saying clearly. So you need to put in the level of intelligence into business before you start, or before you continue, before you expand, or before you shut down your business. You have to have a good knowledge of the information or the data in that area. If what you want to sell is targeted for guys, how many guys live in the area? How many girls can afford to buy for guys that they know? How many guys are willing to buy that commodity in that place? There are certain things that when you buy, you know the target customers are guys. For example, boxers or singlets. Yeah, guys. Target customers for braziers and G-strings are ladies. Yes, some guys can buy it, but they are buying it for the ladies. Some girls can buy the singlet and boxers, but they are buying it for guys. So you need to understand, okay, now I want to sell this thing that is gender-based. How many people around this area will patronize me? How many of them will want to buy this quality of product? How many of them will actually need this? How often will these people come to buy? The same thing applies to digital products also. So I can't lay emphasis enough on the level of information you must gather. But before you start the business, you want to open a restaurant, you want to open a kitchen where they sell soup and swallow. Now you have to think how many people in that environment will want to eat soup and swallow. Yeah, Nigerians, no, don't conclude that Nigerians or Africans will eat soup and swallow. They might eat soup and swallow. Some of them would rather eat it in their houses than to eat it in a public restaurant. So you need to weigh it. You need to do the necessary business research. If possible, share questionnaires. You have to add a good level of intelligence into the business. You are no more doing business in the 19th or 20th century. This is 21st century, and things have really changed. The business environment has changed. Another thing you need to understand is what drives money into the business. What's going to bring money into that business? Is it students that are going to bring the money? Have it in mind that those students maybe are going to be given the money by their parents. Or are you in an industrial setting where workers will come, have it in mind that those workers will only come on work days. They are not going to come weekends. And you're not going to see them an hour or 2 hours after working hours. So you have to weigh what's going to drive the money into the business. If you're in a residential area, you know that if you do not come out before workers go to work, you're only going to have children and full-time housewives at home till workers close from the office. So you need to strategically analyze the environment where your business is going to be set up, the kind of business you want to do. I cannot lay enough emphasis on that. You need to understand the bottlenecks and the challenges that come in the business, because there's no business that does not have challenges or bottlenecks, like from the government, from the environment, from the leadership, from your competitors. There are a lot of challenges and bottlenecks. You need to understand them, and you need to be ready to face them when they come. That is how business and entrepreneurship is. Then you have to look for ways to be more efficient. You have to look for ways to be more efficient. You have to always look at somebody who is already doing that business before you, and therefore ensure that you do everything humanly possible to be more efficient. Either you deliver faster, or you deliver better, or you have a better customer relationship, or your prices are better. You just have to look for a way to be better than whatever they already have on ground. I cannot overemphasize the business intelligence aspects of business, but this way I want to stop in this video. I'll see you in the next one. This is my name, and I'm your friend. This is the New School.